everybody, Tor Thorson GameSpot here in a bowling alley in Las Vegas. Why would we send somebody here? Because this is where the opening night party for the DICE Summit is. Now, we know what GDC is for. GDC is the developers where they hang out and learn new courses. E3 is for retailers to hang out and kind of show their wares. But what's DICE all about? A lot of people outside don't really know exactly what it's all about, but inside people have a very clear idea. And we sit with some of the most influential people in the game industry tonight. Take a look.
It's where executives meet. Yeah, it's yes.
So you're an executive.
Kinda, but not in my title, but in the creative part of it.
In your ego.
In my surely in my ego. Surely.
Everyone that I like to meet with comes to this show. Makes it real easy, all in one hotel.
I think the best and the brightest meet here once a year and exchange ideas about the industry and what the future of the industry is going to be.
And you wouldn't believe how much business happens when you run into people, because you can only book so many appointments in your day, but it's the other 25 meetings that happen spontaneously is where oftentimes the magic happens.
We talk about the industry more than only games, and it's neat for that. I come here also to meet people, to meet friends, people that you don't have time to see for at E3, for example.
We have a lot of fun doing our business meetings, and then in the evening hours, we sit around the blackjack table, and it's really great to let your hair down and to play blackjack and really get to know people on a different level.
We started it years ago, and this is going to be our 9th Interactive Achievement Awards as well on Thursday night. So lots going on.
We're here with Michael Gallagher. He's president of the ESA, the U.S.'s top game lobby. So, Michael, why are you here this year at DICE? What are you here to accomplish?
I'm here for one reason, is to learn. Because this is where the industry's best and brightest come together, and it's the no bullshit zone. It is absolute straight talk and a high degree of candor. I come out of here a lot smarter and better able to do my job.
Bright people, big ideas, in a very small, quiet setting, other than the bowling alley.
And the announcing and the drinking.
There's a little drinking.
A little drinking, well.
It is Las Vegas, and we're all dehydrated.
I'm feeling very parched myself right now.
My water level's down. We should go get something to drink.
All right, we'll be right back. See you guys later.
Folks, here's what happens, okay? You drink a little much. No. I'm at DICE because honestly it's fun to hang out with a lot of industry friends. The show's always fun. I did a panel today. They wanted me to come do that. I'm going to be giving out an award tomorrow. But honestly, I don't have a game anything this year, so I'm really here just having a good time, hooking up with old business buddies that I haven't seen in years, drinking a lot.
What's your favorite DICE memory?
It's and maybe I will sound like big head, but it's the 8 awards for Sense of Time.
One that stands out is the guys that worked on Grand Theft Auto, were talking about and liking it to Pac-Man, and it was hysterical because when they draw that conclusion of it, hey, this is just Pac-Man, it was like
groundbreaking speeches. I remember Jason Rubin speaking at one of...
Everybody said that. You're like the 6th guy who said that.
His speech was galvanizing. It was amazing.
I'm going to go with Rubin's speech, too. When he had the 2 planes, well, if this plane crashed and this plane crashed, what would do more damage to the industry? It was pretty harsh, but it was definitely a memorable moment.
Yeah, Jason really was a keynote in not realizing it.
Right.
And I think that the industry has come a long way. I don't think we're as far as we need to be in recognizing the importance of our creative talent, which is oddly the theme of what Mr. Kotick will address tomorrow.
You know what, though? The best DICE was the first DICE, because that was when I was here with the lead programmer of God of War, the art director at the time of what would ultimately be God of War, and we all just kind of sat around and got inspired by all the people at DICE that were talking. There was Lorne Lanning, there were the guys who worked on Eco, did a little bit of a thing, I think, and we just all kind of looked at what they had done and said, we want to be in that group of game players and game makers who had created these great games, and so that's what I remember the most, probably.
All right, well, there you have it. We talked to some of the most important people behind this really, really influential event. It's a real kind of an insider, kind of Illuminati event, but it's also a real place where people can kind of kick back. It's a place where some of the most talented and most successful members of the game industry can, literally relax, have a beer, and go bowling. So, and sit down and hash out a few deals at the same time. So for that, it's Tor Thorson GameSpot News. Back to you at the studio.